transfer of electrons, by completely transfer of electrons, takes place. Understood? So because of ionic bond takes place, what happened between the ions, electrostatic force of attractions will be present actually. Now for some examples, if you observe what happened here, sodium fluoride, calcium chloride, magnesium oxide, calcium sulfide, sodium sulfate, all are examples actually, isn't it? Let me see how it is forming. You observe here what happened. This one, if you observe what happened, you see from sodium, one electron is given to what here? Fluorine. Yes. From fluorine, what happened? Sodium is giving one electron to the fluorine, and fluorine is getting octet configuration. Yesterday we discussed this one concept. See, sodium is transferring one electron to the fluorine. Now this become loss of one electron, and this become gaining of one electron. Between these two, what type of force will operate here? Coulombic forces or electrostatic forces are operating. So that is nothing but called what? Ionic bond action. Any number of times we discussed this, isn't it? This is next. How ionic bond formation takes place here? How ionic bond formation takes place here? First of all, what happened to form ionic bond? Some process will compulsory should takes place here. What is that process if you observe? First of all, I have taken example here, sodium. I'm taking one example here called sodium. I'm taking example here. Sodium I'm taking here. So first of all, sodium is in which state beta? Which state it will be? Solid state. Okay. First of all, sodium I'm taking, that is the metal which is in solid state. Now, first of all, we have to convert this one into aqueous state. Sodium must be converted into what here? Gaseous state, sorry. In gaseous state, you have to convert. So, solid converting into gas, what we call? Anybody? Conversion of solid into gas is called what?
Sublimation.
Sublimation. So, in this case, what happens? First of all, we have to do sublimation, right? Sublimation always requires energy. Delta H will be positive here. Positive means heat is absorbed. So, for sublimation, you have to supply the energy. When you supply the energy, delta H will be positive, endothermic. It will be endothermic. Enthalpy of here sublimation I'm calling it. Enthalpy of sublimation. So after that, sodium gas is now losing one electron here. Sodium gas is losing one electron. Got one electron. Now here also in the gas state. This is called what? Ionization. So I'm calling this an enthalpy of ionization, and this one also positive value. This one also positive value. Now cation is ready for what? Ionic bond. Now we have to get anion now here. So anion I'm taking for what? Chlorine. So first of all, chlorine always will be diatomic molecule. Cl2 is a diatomic molecule. You have to cleave that one into 2 chlorine atoms. You have to break this one into 2. Otherwise, I'm writing like this. Cl and what? Cl. Now you have to break this bond like this. So this is called what? Enthalpy, bond enthalpy. Enthalpy we call this one. Bond enthalpy. Or bond dissociation energy. Bond energy I'm calling. BE means nothing but bond energy. We'll get everything terms in the next class. Positive. This is also positive. For breaking the bond, we have to supply the energy here. Right? After this, what happened? Chlorine generally gas, no, so no need to convert into gas. It's already gas molecule, no need to convert anything. Now after this, what happened? I'm taking one chlorine, I'm adding one electron to this one, or this one, I'm adding what? One electron to this one. So you are going to get Cl minus. This is called what? Electron gain enthalpy or electron affinity. Now is it negative or positive beta? Is it negative or positive? Electron gain enthalpy, electron affinity. First electron affinity is negative or positive? Negative or positive?
Negative.
Negative it is. First electron gain enthalpy is negative.
Negative.
It will be positive only. So here, for sodium, you got all positive. For chlorine, one is positive, other is negative. We got. After this, what happened here? Now sodium plus gas. Sodium plus gas. And here, this part. This part and this part will combine only. Will combine only. Cl minus in terms of gas and gives what happened? NaCl. An ionic bond is found. Which state it will be? Solid state. And in this case, delta H will be negative. delta H will be negative. Overall, even though if you have three positives are there here, but this value is what happened is what more negative. That is the reason overall you are getting negative. Even though these are what positive values here, which one? Sublimation energy, ionization energy, bond energy are positive values, but because of electron affinity and what happened? Lattice energy. This is called what? Enthalpy of lattice energy. What is the meaning of lattice energy? Beta? Very simple. The amount of heat liberated when 1 mole of ionic bond is formed. Isn't it? The amount of heat is liberated when 1 mole of ionic bonds are formed. Isn't that is called lattice energy? So here the amount of heat is liberating in the formation of 1 mole of ionic bonds is more. That is the reason the resulting overall value, total value, then cumulative value will be what actually more actually. That will be always will be negative value only, isn't it? Because it's always negative. Lattice energy formation of bond is always negative. Breaking of bond always will be positive. This will be positive. Which one? Breaking of the bond. Formation of bond always will be negative only. So this is very important beta. So by using this one, what happened? We can calculate lattice energy also. So be useful for you. Now you observe here what happened. Formation of favor between metals one and generally what happened when we get ionic bond. In which case ionic bond we get actually. So between first with the 7th group, I mean 17th group, I'm saying yes, 17th group, first group and 16th group, otherwise second group and 17th group, and second group and 16th group. So definitely these will be ionic in nature. Remaining, they will be covalent. Whenever if you get any bond between first group and 17th group, the bond will be ionic bond. For example, you take sodium first group element, chlorine 17th group element. For example, you take potassium. Here you take what happened? Oxygen. They're ionic bonds actually. For example, you take calcium. Take what happened? What fluorine, isn't it? You'll get what? Calcium fluoride. Calcium fluoride it is, right? Ionic bond. Again, you take what happens? Some more you take magnesium oxide will be, isn't it? Ionic bond like this. So this is the thing actually we have to learn. Next. So I told you just now, electron gain enthalpy will be exothermic process, isn't it? Dianation enthalpy, maybe endothermic. When you get endothermic process better if it is second electron gain, if it is second, but we are taken here first only, so that will be exothermic process only. And I didn't take in the second electron gain enthalpy, right? The ionization enthalpy will be always what happened? Endothermic. We've already taken it is. Ionic bonds will be formed more easily between elements with low ionization enthalpies, elements with high negative value of electron gain enthalpy. Means whenever if you want to get what? Ionic bond. For example, I will take sodium to what? Cesium. Correct? Now, which is having more ionization enthalpy beta or which is having less ionization enthalpy? We already discussed in this last chapter. Top to bottom. Same group it is. First group. Top to bottom. Ionization enthalpy is what happened? What happened by ionization enthalpies?
Increases.
Increases. Which type of
Increases, sir.
से डिक्रीज
लोग तो पढ़ नहीं रहे हैं, रोज ऐसा सुन रहे क्लास. Cesium will have what? Lower ionization potential. Which element in the periodic table is having lowest ionization potential? Many number of times I told you cesium. Now cesium will have more ionic bond nature, more positive character, more ionic nature. Similarly, what happened? More electronegative value. More electronegative value किसके पास है बेटा? More electron gain enthalpy किसके पास है? Chlorine or fluorine. So now cesium chloride will be what? More ionic nature. Correct or not? Because it is having more electron gain enthalpy, it is having what? More. Otherwise, you can take more electronegative character. Take electronegativity character here. Cesium fluoride will have more ionic character. Understood here? So whenever if you want to get more ionic nature, it should have more electropositive character. Nothing but lower ionization enthalpy. Should have what? Lower ionization enthalpy or more electropositive element with lower, more electronegative element. With high electronegative element, you should have. isn't it? Now, this is only we discussed electronegativity difference. This is like a definition. Just now we discussed since complete transfer of electrons from less electronegativity to atom is required to the formation of ionic bond. See, this already we discussed here. Its complete transfer of an electron from less electronegative atom is required for the formation of ionic bond. You observe a sodium, chlorine. Now complete transfer of electron from sodium to chlorine is taking place here. So we will get Na plus and Cl minus. Now we get ionic bond. So for formation of ionic bond, what happened? Electrons will transfer from less electronegative atom to what? More electronegative atom. Correct or not? Now the electronegativity difference between the two atoms forming the bonds must be applicably appreciably high, should be high. So I taken now just first group element, sixth group element, and our first group element, seventh group element, our second group element, sixth group element, our second group element what? Six. This was A group I'm writing. These are also A group. Okay, second group element and seventh A group element. Between these two, the electronegativity difference between these two what happened very high. That is the reason they are forming ionic bond. That is the reason I'm saying what first with sixth, first with seventh, second with sixth, second with seventh. What happened? They are having high electronegativity difference. So that is the reason what happened. They are forming ionic bond. If they are not having high electronegativity difference, what happened? They can't form ionic bond. They will form actually covalent bond. Generally, we should have 2.1 difference. Sorry, something 1.9 difference you have. 1.9 difference. If you have what happened, they will form what happened? Ionic bond. If sodium and chlorine, they are having electronegativity difference is 1.9, greater than 1.9, then they are definitely what happened? Form ionic bond. Otherwise, they will form what actually? Covalent bond. Next, what happened? Lattice enthalpy leads to greater state. For example, in the formation of NaCl like this, in the formation of NaCl, isn't it? If you got more energy, the more heat is liberated here. Something 1000 kilojoules of heat is liberated. Then it will be more stable because it's losing more energy now. Because this forming by what? Liberating energy. So when you liberate energy, what happened? It lose energy. I told in the first class how atom get the stability by losing the energy by getting octet configuration. Now you see when it lose more amount of energy, what happened? You will get a stable compound. So what I'm saying here, higher lattice enthalpy leads to higher stability. Whenever lattice energy, enthalpy of lattice energy, what happened is directly proportional to what here? Stability. Right? Because they are losing more energy, getting what? More stability. Isn't it? So this one, lattice enthalpy is direct measure between the ionic solids. So based upon the lattice enthalpy, we can easily say whether they are having strong attractions or not, the molecule is stable or not, we can easily say here. For example, you observe lattice enthalpy of NaCl, you got minus 78 kilojoules per mole. Very high. So NaCl is what? More stable. So it will be arranged. So this entire as an arrangement we get in the 12th class. Okay. So that we'll discuss in the later actually. For example, if you observe the ionic compounds properties here, okay, ionic compound properties here, ionic compounds are generally solid in nature. So they are arranged in regular pattern. Regular pattern means like this, they are arranged here. In this way, they are arranged like this. In this way, they are arranged like this. The blue color is what? Cl minus. Red is what? Na plus actually. So in this way, they are arranged in regular pattern like this. And they are having high melting point and high boiling point because they are having strong forces of attractions between the cation and anion. Which forces they are having? Coulombic forces or electrostatic forces present between sodium and chlorine is always what happened? Very high. Therefore, they are having high melting and boiling points. And they are soluble in polar solvent, not soluble in the non-polar. For example, if you observe what happened, NaCl has positive charge and negative charge. This is a polar. Okay. Now, like dissolves like. Polar will dissolve in polar only. Non-polar dissolve in non-polar, but non-polar never dissolve in the polar here. That is the reason what we can say here, isn't it? Simply, what we can say, like dissolves like. So we can say what happens simply, polar. I mean, water, if you observe what happened, water, if you observe, water is polar molecule, it will soluble in polar only. So NaCl definitely will soluble in the polar solvent only. Right. right? Now they are very good conductors of electricity. So all the ionic compound, they conduct electricity very good. And in molten and aqueous state only. Why? Because if I take NaCl solid state, isn't it? If I take NaCl solid state, it is insoluble in that it does not conduct electricity. Why? Because it cannot move from their mean positions here. NaCl cannot move from mean positions here. So that is the reason what I made could not conduct electricity. But when you take molten state or aqueous state, in molten state nothing but paste nature, nothing but a paste nature. So in paste nature, what happened? They will get some space to move actually. Na plus Cl minus, they can freely move. In aqueous state also, they can more freely move here. When they move, what happened? They can conduct electricity. What I mean to say is that ionic compounds are very good conductors, but in solid state, they do not conduct electricity. What is the reason? In solid state, they are having fixed position like this. If you observe what happens in solid state, they are having fixed position like this. They can't move their positions here. They can't move their mean positions here. That is the reason they cannot conduct electricity. Means this state it is solid state here. But suddenly when you convert this one into molten state, like paste state or aqueous state, dissolve in the water. If you dissolve NaCl in the water, definitely it will conduct electricity. But normal NaCl does not conduct electricity. But molten NaCl will conduct electricity. Aqueous NaCl will conduct electricity because the ions can move here. What is the reason? Ions can move here. But in the case of this one, ions cannot. This is very, very important question, beta. Last point is very, very important. They are very good conductors in only what state? Molten and aqueous state. Very, very important point. And ionic reactions are very, very fast because, isn't it? They can easily cleave because of what? There is no sharing of electrons. When you have sharing of electrons, what happens? Cleaving is very difficult. Covalent bond is stronger when you compare with what happened? Ionic bonds actually. Compared to that one, it is very fast. It does not exhibit isomerism. Isomerism means what happened? We'll discuss in the organic chemistry. So generally covalent compounds will exhibit isomerism, but not the ionic isom compound because their arrangements are what happened, fixed positions are there. They can't rearrange actually. So this is about the, isn't it? Now, can you give the answer for this one? Why NaCl is a bad conductor even the ionic compound it is? What is the reason?
Because the ions cannot move.
Very good. So in the solid state, Na plus ions are not free. They cannot move. Not free means what? They cannot move their positions actually. Okay. So remaining things we'll discuss later. Okay. Now this one also we can just complete this one. In AgNO3, what happens? You know, these are ionic bonds actually. So because of ionic bond, what happened? This is ionic bond and this one also ionic bond. For example, I'm writing AgNO3 reacting with NaCl. Now both are ionic bonds here. So they are clearing very easily to form AgCl and NaNO3. Okay. So when the reaction between ionic bond and ionic compounds, okay, reaction between ionic and ionic will be always takes place. But reaction between ionic and covalent, NaCl, when react with CCl4, CCl4 is what? Covalent bond. It is a covalent bond. Now this one is ionic bond. Here this one is ionic and this one also ionic here. So ionic covalent bonds reactions, if you observe, they are very slow. They does not take place easily here. So what I'm saying here, why AgNO3 is giving white precipitation? This is a white precipitation you are going to get in the formation of AgCl because the reaction between these two is taking place between the ionic compounds. But the reaction between NaCl and the CCl4 is not between the ionic compounds. Between what? Ionic and covalent bond, isn't it? So remaining thing we'll discuss later. Okay, all of you please again read the textbook. In the textbook also it is there everything. So all of you read the textbook and if you have any doubts you can ask me. Otherwise you can log out. Only 52%. Daily I'm getting 10 members absent, no problem. I don't give any absentees names also in WhatsApp. Simply I'm taking the attendance, isn't it? Simply I'm taking the attendance. Whoever there, they will get the presence. Remaining what happened, I will put absent. Right. Now, if you have any doubts, you can stay with me. Otherwise, you can log out.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
बोलो बेटा.
Sir, in lithium chloride, electrons are shared or transferred?
Thank you.
Lithium chloride ionic bond will be there, but domination will be covalent nature will be there. That exception case will be there. Lithium generally form covalent compounds rather than what happened? Ionic bonds.